English currently functions as the primary vehicle for global communication. This reach is the result of two distinct phases: colonial expansion under the British Empire, followed by a post-war surge in economic and cultural influence. To navigate today's linguistic landscape, we must examine the colonial structures that planted the language and the modern mechanisms that sustain it. This 1886 map illustrates the first phase. By the late 19th century, British territories spanned the Caribbean, North America, Africa, Asia, and Australasia. The empire relied on four specific colonial models to transport the language: trade, settlement, plantation, and exploitation. During this era, English moved through the physical migration of speakers who traveled across oceans to live on other continents. Their arrival forced English into contact with thousands of pre-existing languages, embedding it into new linguistic ecologies. These varying colonial models created the highly diverse varieties of World Englishes used today. These different colonial structures led to drastically different linguistic outcomes for indigenous and enslaved populations. In plantation colonies, enslaved and indentured communities were subjected to conditions that forced them to abandon their native languages and adopt English. This necessity-driven shift led to the development of entirely new contact varieties and creoles. In these specific environments, the English language effectively replaced the prior linguistic ecosystems. The end of World War II in 1945 altered the trajectory of how English expands. Following this pivot, the language decoupled from physical migration. Native speakers were no longer required to carry the language for it to grow. Expansion is now driven by political and economic factors, sustained by global education systems, business exchanges, academia, and mass entertainment. English has emerged as an independent medium, functioning as a global tool for wider communication. Understanding English today requires acknowledging both its history of colonial exploitation and its modern role as an economic driver. The language is no longer just a national property, but a global tool. Mastering this tool is essential for global access, which is why we've partnered with the IELTS FOCUS, a center specializing in professional IELTS preparation. Contact the IELTS FOCUS today to begin your own mastery of the language.